Hello, welcome to Soulbody Yoga with Helena, and I'm really pleased that you've decided to join me on this journey. And today's lesson will be a really relaxing one. So it's just for a day when you've had a really hard day and you want to relax and wind down, or you're waking up and have a busy day ahead and you just want to tune yourself in a relaxed way into your day. So as we are sitting now, I would like you to take half a block or something higher to put just underneath the sitting bones, so that it just comes under the sitting bones, not further in. Just to tilt the hips slightly back. And that ensures that your back is a little straighter. If you feel that your back is still a little rounded at the bottom, then take another block. Or if you have a hyperlordosis, so if your back has a natural back tilt that is quite exaggerated anyway, then you actually don't need a block at all. So I will do this without the block. Once you are sat, take the flesh away from the sitting bones, lift the solar plexus, relax the shoulders, lengthen the back of the neck. And take your head and slightly shift it back. So it's like a turtle retreating into the shell, so that you have the back of the head aligned with the back of the pelvis. And then follow your breath with your awareness. Inhale, lengthen into the crown. Breathe out, soften everything that is beyond the central channel of the body to earth. So you can imagine that you have a column of light that's going vertically through your body, and everything beyond that vertical column is just softening down to earth, like a waterfall coming from above, just relaxing everything down. So the forehead can relax, the eyes can soften and release, the jaws relax, the shoulders let go, and the hips let go. All the while, that central channel is elongating upwards. That is the effort towards the effortless in a seated posture. Just following your breath. And with every inhale, that central column of light gets brighter, more radiant, shining into the rest of the body. And with every out-breath, you soften more into earth. Just trusting yourself, your sitting bones, your knees, your arms, your hands, fully to the ground. Letting go of any holding. And as you sit in that stillness, just observe what arises from within. So you become so quiet that you can really hear the parts of you that in a busy day are usually ignored or not listened to, or you're not even aware of them. Just allowing yourself to that stillness. To listen to what your body has to say. What sensations are there? And then you can lie on your back and take the hands and the legs upwards. I will lie the other way. And then just allowing your body to relax into the ground, take the legs up and take the hands up.
And what I would like you to do now is imagine that you're an anemone in the waters, and you're just floating as the water comes from one side and from the other side. Just feel that weightlessness of the little, are they called tentacles, of the anemone? And if you want to get a little more of the advantages of inverted postures, meaning you're bringing the blood flow into the upper part of the body with ease, then you can even take a bolster or a rolled up blanket and place that under your sacrum. And continue doing the same thing. That complete weightlessness. Just feeling the joints, going with the waters, going with the flow. And become aware of all the sensations in your body as you are doing this. And regardless of whether you have a bolster there or not, you can also put your legs to the ground, sole to sole. Take your arms up behind your body so that your chest can open. Relax your knees and then let your head go from side to side. Another great thing you can do with this one is if you bring the feet a little higher, so if you have a few blocks or a big cushion to put underneath your feet, in fact bringing this a little higher than this rolled up blanket, then the advantages of the inverted posture are even stronger. And just allowing yourself to relax into earth. Receiving the inhale with gratitude, fully letting go of the out-breath, even with a sigh, just letting go. Okay, good. You can stay here a bit longer if you wish to do so. You can just stop the video and turn it back on once you're satisfied with it, because this is one that I could just stay in for half an hour, maybe more. So now take the bolster away, allow your back to meet the ground again, bring your feet to the ground, notice what you notice, just take a moment to integrate what has changed. And then take the right leg over the left leg like this. Grab hold of your left thigh, and maybe you might, if you can't quite reach your leg, or if it's a strain to reach your thigh, then you can take a belt or a scarf or a towel and just put it round so you can hold on to it with your hands. What's really important, once you're holding on to the thigh, is that you just let the shoulders relax. The shoulders have no tension, there is no gripping, the arms are just passive. And then you can be playful with the toes, bringing spaciousness into your feet, circling the foot inwards and outwards. Maybe you want to bend and extend the knee. And you're feeling that stretch on the outer thigh. So you could even here stream a little downwards, and you can play with that position of the knee to meet the sensations. Inhale, expand into the sensation with your breath. So in your imagination you have an extra lung there that you're inhaling into. And just letting go of the out-breath. Fully letting go of the out-breath. Again, stay here longer if you're really enjoying it. I'm going to move on and do the other side. So take the other leg up, hold on to the right thigh now as the left leg is up. Find the position that is just right for you. About 70% is usually good. It shouldn't be so strong that that your breath becomes tight. So watch your breath all the time. If your breath can still remain deep, then you're all right. So finding that balance of stretching just enough. And then circling the foot, wriggling the toes, just doing anything that allows you to engage with your body, that allows you to engage with the sensations. Noticing also the changing sensations. Does changing the position of my foot change the sensation that I'm feeling on the outer thigh? What happens if I take the knee of my left leg closer or further away? And then let go of that. Extend both legs and just lay on the ground here for a little to integrate. Shoulders away from the ears, palms facing up. Lengthen the back of the neck and just allow yourself to relax into the ground, noticing everything you notice. Okay, and then you bend your legs, roll onto your side, and find yourself a chair. And I will place that chair here in front of me and sit in an easy sitting, so an easy cross-legged position in front of that chair. And you can sit closer or further away, that depends on your flexibility. So if you're able to go forward really easily, then you can take the chair a little further away. But this one isn't much about the stretching, actually. This one is more about relaxing. And you can take a blanket on the chair just to make it softer for your head, unless you actually like the coolness of the chair. And then you take the flesh away from the sitting bones. Check again that your lower back isn't rounded. If your lower back is rounding, adjust with blocks like we did earlier. Grab hold, if you can reach it, of the backrest of your chair. If not, then you can just rest your arms on the chair like this. And then just allow your head to sink down with your forehead to the chair. What you need to pay attention to with this one is that your back remains straight. So if your back is rounded, then you need to take the chair a tiny bit closer to you. If this is really easy for you, take the chair a little bit further away and then lengthen with your crown away from the sitting bones on the out breath, just relaxing into the chair. And if it's nice for you, you can even here walk your arms a little higher towards the armrest. I have really long arms, so this is easy for me. So it depends on the relation of your limbs to your body, what is available to you. So it might also just be nice to just rest the arms on top of the chair like this. Then you might feel the stretch in the buttocks, in the legs, maybe even a little in the lower back. And keep focusing again on extending that central channel, lengthening the central channel, on the out breath, relaxing. Be kind to yourself. Allow that in-breath to come in with love. And allow the out-breath to be soothing. And as always, if you wish to stay here longer, please do. This is a wonderful one to stay in for as long as you feel that it's doing you good.
And then when you're ready, you can gently come up and come onto all fours. You will not need the chair again today. So take your hands underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips, and just take a moment to play a little. Maybe you want to sway your hips from side to side, maybe you want to move the shoulders a little. Really tune in to what your body needs. Let your head go, let your head relax to the ground. Whatever feels good for you, you can do. So I'm really enjoying right now just taking one arm up at a time. Going in child pose and coming back up again. Circling the body on top of the hands one way and the other way. Until you find that your body has done all the moves it needs to do just to be nice and open. And then you can relax the shoulders away from the ears so you have this spaciousness in your neck. And then you tuck your hips under. And then you imagine that you have something running up your back, and everywhere where that water is running up your back, you're rounding upwards and then relaxing the head down to dangle. And then on the inhale, you do the same movement the other way. So first your sitting bones go up. And that movement is slowly, slowly moving up your spine until your head goes up and you take your chin forward. And then again with your next out breath, tucking under the hips, moving upwards until the head relaxes. On the inhale, taking the sitting bones up. And you can do this with your own breath, with the length of your own breath. And then stay here a little longer in that round hill position. Really let your head relax down, let your head dangle. Maybe there are different areas in your back that want to round a little more. And then last time, coming into the valley position. Just allowing your back to hang down, stretching the underside of your throat. And then bring yourself into a straight position. And from here, you take your left leg up, travel it forward in place of your hand, and then check that your knee does not go beyond your ankle. So you might need to adjust your back leg and take it further back. If your knee on the ground is a little sore, then you can take a block and put it underneath the knee just for cushioning, and you can go forward and backwards. And you can take, if you wish, if that makes it easier for you, some books or cork blocks to put underneath your arms. That ensures that your spine remains nice and straight. And just easing, hydrating those joints, hydrating the knee joint, the ankle joint, the hip joint. And then perhaps staying a little bit at the front, taking a deep breath. Going back, taking the sitting bones up, keeping your spine straight, the hands underneath the shoulders. Deep breath. And bring the leg back. And then change. Take the other leg up. Gracefully come forward. find the right position so that you have at least a 90-degree angle in your knee when your hip is forward in this position. And then come forward and backwards. And remember, you can put something underneath your hands to give you a little more space here. And visualize spaciousness in those joints that you are moving right now. We are opening the hip flexor, and the hip flexor is such a central muscle. When that hip flexor is tight due to lots of sitting activities, or when we're hunched over, doing jobs hunched over, it shortens and it pulls on the back muscles, and that can be the cause of a lot of back pain. And then staying forward a little, lengthening the front knee from the back knee, feeling that stretch, breathing into it. Coming back, relaxing the front toe, lifting the sitting bones on that front leg, and you feel the stretch in your hamstring. Breathe into it, and then bring the leg back, and then take your hands onto your thighs and stand up. So allow yourself to stand with your feet hip-width apart. Feel into your feet, relax your toes, spread your toes to increase your foundation. Relax your knees. Bring a bit of uprightness to your trunk by lifting the solar plexus, relaxing the shoulders, and shifting the head back like we did earlier. So your head, the back of your head, aligns with the spine. You can even do this a few times. That's actually a really good exercise for the neck. Just going forward and backwards. And then find that length. So when you have your head shifted back and lengthened upwards, you feel a length in that back part of your spine, in the neck region. So find that length. Enjoy that length. Enjoy that uprightness. And bring your eyes to the horizontal. Check how familiar or unfamiliar the horizontal is for you. The gaze on the horizontal. Make sure your hands and arms are relaxed. And then bring your gaze down to the ground. Let your head follow. Let your shoulders relax. And then curl yourself down, one vertebra at a time. Bend your knees to receive your body. So your thighs are welcoming your body in. Saying, come here, you can relax onto me. And then you relax onto the thighs. No matter how much you bend your thighs, your legs, no matter how much you bend your legs, you can't quite reach the thighs, then you can always use a chair like this and just rest in this pose like that. And then take your hands on the back of your spine as high as your palms will go and stream down into the ground, just allowing any tension that is in your body to flow down into the ground, as if you're stroking the back of a cat. And then you can just roll yourself up, one vertebra at a time. Let your arms hang, let your head hang. Letting go of any holding, just the only effort is that uprighting of the spine, one vertebra at a time. The head comes last, so first the shoulders, just enjoying that stretch on the back of the neck a little longer, and then the head comes up, and then the eyes meet the horizontal again. And then soften into your feet. Feel your vertical axis. And bring your awareness to that thread on top of your crown. Allow yourself to lengthen to that thread as you slowly take your balance onto your right leg. Lift the solar plexus. Lift the rib cage away from the hips. Pull the navel in and up. And then when you are ready, you take your arms and your legs simultaneously up. And balance your arms on the horizontal, as if you are being held by somebody on the right and somebody on the left. Check that the standing foot is relaxed, that there is no gripping in the toes. Imagine that you have two pillars here or two helpers, and they are just holding your arms gently in the space. And imagine threads coming out of your fingertips like feelers, extending into the edges of the room. So you feel what is to your right, you feel what is to your left. So you stretch also your imagination. And then you warm your palms into the space. By the way, it doesn't matter how high the leg is. The leg can be down here. If you're struggling with the balance at the moment, just let go of the ground from time to time and go back up. So just go wherever this pose can become effortless for you. And then you warm your palms into the space, bringing the palms towards one another. And then one hand starts feeling for the other palm in the space. See, when does one palm start feeling the energy field of the other hand? Because our bodies emit biophotons, warm emissions, light emissions. And if we really take our awareness strongly into our palms, then we will feel that. Then we will feel when the energy field of the other hand starts. You can rest there for a bit, as if you were holding the ball of your life force. And then you very gently, lovingly allow yourself to go through the energy field and allow the palms to touch and bring them to your heart. Relax the shoulders. Lengthen the back of the neck. And if you wish, come up. Shoulders down, fingertips lengthened. And the elbows are straight as much as possible. And your rib cage is still lifted, your crown is still lengthened, and your standing foot is still softened. And then you open the arms as if you were opening a large, huge dome beyond your head. And gracefully take the arms down and the legs down. And then we do the same to the other side, but just for a moment check in. How does the right leg feel compared to the left leg? And then take your weight onto the other leg. Lengthen into the crown, lift the rib cage, pull the navel in and up, relax the shoulders. So only the central channel of the body is elongated and held in space. And then simultaneously, as much as that is possible, you bring your hands and your legs up. You can rest down here if you wish, remember? You go only as high as that is easy for you. And spread the toes on the standing leg so that there's no gripping in the toes. And then you turn your palms forward and imagine you're being held in space by your invisible helpers. Bring your favorite people in. Let them hold you. Let them hold your hands. And then the fingertips, the imaginary feelers on the fingertips extend into the space. I'm feeling the blinds to my right. I'm feeling the plant to my left. The rough yet soft feel of the blinds. the smooth, cool feel of the plant. And then I bring my awareness to the palms, allowing the palms to feel the space in front. Make your awareness so strong and so subtle that you really feel everything, every tingle in the palms. And then you slowly bring the palms towards one another. Noticing all the changes. The elbows are relaxed down so that the hands can be relaxed. There's no tension or rigidity in the hands. And at some point, you might just feel the space getting a little extra sticky. And that is the energy field of the other hand. Enjoy that for a while, then bring your hands together through that field. Delicious. As the palms meet. Lengthen the neck. And then if you wish, bring your arms up. Relax the shoulders down, lengthen the fingertips into space. Feel a buoyancy in your fingertips, but rooted in your feet. And then open the arms into the space, these domes opening beyond your head, just like your heart opening to yourself. And gracefully place the leg down and take the hands down. And just take a moment to stand with your breath, with your feet, feeling everything your feet are feeling. Letting your hips drop, letting your knees drop. Find that effortless uprightness, lift the solar plexus. Make sure your spine is on top of itself, that you're not leaning forward or backwards here. Relax the shoulders. Smile from collarbone to collarbone. And feel your breath coming and going. Notice everything, every sound, every sensation. Take another 3 deep breaths. With every inhale, you're elongating that central channel slightly upwards. With every out breath, you're softening a little more into the feet. And in your day-to-day, if from time to time you remember, just remember your vertical. Remember that lengthening into the spine, that lengthening into the space beyond your spine, beyond the crown, and that softening into your feet. Even when you walk, soften your feet to the ground. Love the earth as you walk her. Thank you for joining me with Soulbody Yoga. Love and blessings to you. See you in our next episode.